Hi, this is our second week of fall semester at Boston University, and I wanted to report in to let you know how things have gone so far. First up in the week was a religious life fair that takes place in the center of campus on the second day of class, and it was an interesting experience because students would come down the sidewalk and they would recognize that there was a religious life fair going on, and you could see them staring at the ground or in another direction trying to evade eye contact with anybody working the tables until they saw our icy pops. It was a really hot day. We were handing out free icy pops and a flyer for what we were doing on campus, and we handed out almost 500 icy pops in that one day. And so all these students who were hoping to evade any kind of contact with us, the icy pops brought them in, and we ended up having people sign up for follow-up, some people who are now attending our meetings, and then we just made good contact with a lot of students throughout the day. Next up on Saturday was Splash, the yearly activities fair that kind of starts everything out. And thousands of students showed up for that, and because of your generous support and your prayers, we had over 2,000 color changing cups that we were able to hand out that day. Each of those cups had information along with it, but mainly we wanted to do something at Splash where students would get something from us that they would keep all year long, that would have our name on it, that would have our web address on it, so that we could make contact throughout the year. And so over 2,000 of those were handed out that day in a 2-hour period in blazing sun. Later that week at a book table we handed out another 500 of those cups. And so the couple hundred that are left are going to go really quickly this next week. But thank you. There was a substantial contact of students made. One of the fruits of that right away was that right after Splash, we did a picnic in the North End, a pizza picnic, and invited students to come out with us. And we had the largest response that we have ever had to that picnic. And at least half of the students who came were brand new. This was the first event that they'd ever done with us. This next week, we start our cores. Those are our small group Bible studies. And we're hoping that will be the event that will, or the activity that we do that will cement the relationship with many of those new students with Above the Haze, with Chi Alpha for the rest of the year. Beyond that, we realize that on this campus, outreach does not begin, that primary outreach does not end at the end of the first 2 weeks. All through this semester, students will decide that their schedule is open enough that they will experiment with the clubs. And so we expect to see growth throughout the year. And we're working with our students to continue to invite their friends to our events and to be a part of everything that's going on around us. So again, thank you so much. The initial outreach that we have done on campus here has been directly because of your support, because of your finances, because of your prayer, and because of that, there are students whose lives are already being changed. So again, thank you, and we will keep you up to date as we continue through this year.